librarian who is based at the high school. We have 3 guidance counselors at our high school. We have 5 psychologists, 1 in each Wood, Batch, and Little, and 2 at the middle school, and 1 at the high school.
Is that required due to special education needs?
It is partly required by special education from a testing standpoint. We've moved away. Many schools would have a guidance counselor. We feel that the certifications for psychologists, working with students, is probably more appropriate because of the special ed connection.
That makes sense.
And then I've listed athletic director at .8 that we talked about earlier. We also have, and required to have, an English language learner, ELL. This professional certified person works with students whose language is not English as their primary language. We have between 15 and 20 students across the district, and we're required to have a certified person. We have 1, I don't know why the number got cut out of here actually on this copy, but we have 1 person at the district who is technology integration. You can see I can spell correctly. This person, this is at Biggs, who we had 2. We did not replace one of those. And Mr. Biggs is the only technology integration person in the district. We have a special education, 1 teacher serves as chairs all of the special ed teams, and that time is divided between the middle and high school. And then we have Mr. Canino, who, while the title sounds administrative, it says assistant to the pupil personnel director. His responsibility is primarily for all of the out-of-district placements and managing those, doing site visits, writing up reports, because you have to maintain the ed plan even though that student is in out-of-district placement. And then he also helps to coordinate the elementary schools. So that's our staff, and it should total 200.
David, can I ask you a question? David, you ever talk about reductions in the guidance councils here?
We don't even have enough.
Well,
We have 3 guidance counselors for 700, for almost 800 students.
it may be, I mean, I have 3 high school kids, but I might be missing something, but their primary duties are assisting seniors in private college.
It's one of their duties.
It's, okay. What else are they doing? Can we use them more? I know, I've said this before, I wish they did more assisting kids with career planning rather than just
That's a
college
huge part
ed.
of what they do, and I know that they've been here before presenting some of their programs and their work, and to have them come again and give
I
a
do
description.
recall that, and that was a couple of years ago. I don't really see the career planning outreach to the students, I have to be honest. I don't see like career assessment test, or I know, for instance, my son is a junior and he has yet to meet with a career or guidance counselor. So is there...
Your son is a junior
junior.
and has not met with a
Mhm.
guidance counselor?
No, I already wrote myself a note
I think
to call him,
I
but,
would call up and I would find out why that
Yeah.
hasn't happened, because I would find that very hard to do. I would. I'll say that.
Okay. All right, so you think we need 3 full-time
I
guidance
think we
counselors?
need more.
I would like to see
guidance
4 or 5
counselors.
Yeah.
guidance counselors.
But,
Absolutely.
I mean, in a time when we're choosing between classroom teachers, put it in that context.
I think the state recommendation is somewhere between, really 150 to 175 is the maximum that any guidance counselor should be servicing, because I brought this up in the past. I know at my high school, obviously 100 years ago, we had 2 guidance counselors per each class, so we had
Yeah.
8.
I'm just saying it in the context of, we also don't like 30 kids to one
Right.
teacher in a classroom. So within that
Mhm.
context, is there more teaching duties that can be picked up, more seminar courses? Can we help
You know,
load
it's-
in the classroom size burden?
It was interesting today,
Maybe not.
this morning, I think I mentioned that Congressman Tierney was meeting with superintendents and talking about the social, emotional expectations that are being placed on schools, that with changing families, with, you would not believe the level of interaction that is going on. We don't talk about it a lot, probably enough. But I will tell you, without hesitation, the fact that this, what I would call between guidance counselors, psychologists, whatever term you want to put on this, the support for students, that all of these individuals, it's phenomenal, number one. And at the same time, we are way behind. We are way behind where this district should be in terms of that kind of support. And frankly, on this last list, the district list, we have, as we think about the allocation of funding toward staffing, our first priority has been on class size. Secondly, doing what we can to develop innovative programs, and we have a long way to go, world languages and sciences and technology. We have done, I think, a pretty commendable job in special education to bring not only high-quality programs, but some level of control. Where we've fallen short, in my judgment, would be in many of the areas on this last list, from library media to technology to counselors to. I think this is an area that, it's too bad it's at the bottom, because I think it should be at the top.
Wow.
If kids are coming to school and they're not feeling supported, or there are a myriad of problems that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, there is little that we can do or a teacher can do to have those students be successful. And there is not a year that goes by where the principals are saying, this is an area, and yet we're not even touching it. So I would say, if your son hasn't met a guidance counselor yet, I'd be disappointed to hear that. And I certainly will check to find out. But I think we need to be adding staff in this area.
Well, you're saying, why? Maybe I'm just reading the title wrong. They do career counseling and counseling, family counseling, and
As I
supporting
said,
kids.
it's we can put whatever name on it. It's a certification difference, psychologists and counselors. All together, there are 8 individuals servicing almost 2,800 students. That's incredible.
Next, we have our 5th annual hockey trip to Martha's Vineyard for approval.
Move to approve.
I don't see any changes here. Are there any changes, David? Any questions? Looks like it's the same plan as the last 4 years. No cost, and we have enough chaperones. No cost to the school district, I should say.
The journey is longer than 5 years.
It says 5th here, though, I know.
Yeah, isn't that weird? 'Cause
Yeah.
my
What?
son's been
It
out
says
of
the 5th year,
Jeff's
but I think
kids
it's
went.
longer
It
than
started
5
in
years.
2000. First one was in January 2000.
All right, so we have a motion by Mrs. Davis to approve the, it's the 12th annual tournament. 2 non-league games for the hockey team on Martha's Vineyard, February 14th and 15th. motion by Mrs. Davis to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Okay, bills and payrolls, I don't know if they're done or not, they're in front of.
Yep, they're done.
Okay. Minutes. Minutes. She's not gonna like me tonight.
Uh-oh.
Jerry's not gonna like me either. First one, January 12th, 2009, the J. Turner Hood School. I might have, maybe I missed this, I don't know. Under special focus on page 2, number 3, the Hood School Parent Organization, did I miss that person present? Is that accurate? I don't remember that, but I may have been not paying attention.
I think it was,
I don't know if you were there yet,
I wasn't.
and you weren't there.
I was not there at all.
I just don't remember. Did you remember?
Somebody got up.
Okay. Then I'm gonna have to assume it's correct.
Is this a white blonde lady?
But it was a woman, right?
Yeah.
It says Mr.
Mr. Mario.
Mr. Mario Turney, that's why I'm,
Oh, that's wrong then.
yeah, that's why I was confused. I don't remember any man standing.
Man, no, it was a woman.
Okay, so we need to figure out who that was.
Okay.
And then correct that. And then, that's all. That's it? Yeah. Oh, there's more minutes though. Oh, that's all on that one.
Yeah.
So, can I have a motion to approve the minutes from January 12th, 2009?
so moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bowers, second by Mrs. Vaca. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? One
Abstain.
abstention. Cool. Okay, then we have the January 12th executive session. I have no problems with that one. I don't know if anybody else does. If not, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bowers, second by Mrs. Vaca. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? One abstention. Okay, January 26th, 2009. On visitors, I think Chris Donju was here on that. That was the last meeting, David, with the administrative team. I think Chris was here.
She was,
Definitely, okay.
Can you?
D, Christine, capital D.
I'll write it out.
So we need to add her to the visitors and also add her on page 3 at the top where you talk about, you have the list of all the people who were there. Starts at the bottom of page 2 and goes up to the top of page 3. Just need to add her in there too. And then on page 4, you have what we approved in terms of the top of page 4, the increases for the gyms. I believe it was $30 for 4 hours at the high school and $20 for 4 hours for the middle school and the other 3 elementary schools. Correct, Carl?
Yes, that is correct.
So it should be the
Thank
middle
you.
school and the other, and the middle school, the middle batch, Hood, and Little, right?
Yes, thank you.
So the batch and little, just those
Oh,
two?
no, the
Middle-
middle school and the elementary.
And the elementary schools.
Okay.
At $20 for 4 hours. That's all I have on that one. So with those amendments, can I have a motion to approve?
Moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bowers, second by Mrs. Vaca. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? And then on that same night, we had 2 executive sessions. We had one at 6:35 PM. And I've read through that, and that looks fine. And then we have one at 10:40 PM. And I've read through that one, that was fine also. So I guess we need a motion for each of those, right?
Mhm.
So can I have a motion for January 26th, 6:35?
So moved to the 6:35 meeting.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bowers, second by Mrs. Davis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? And then a motion for the 10:40 PM executive session on.
Move for the 10:40.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bowers, second by Mrs. Davis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. No budget update, Carl?
No?
No staffing update, David?
No.
Bids and donations, no. Any